Well, there you go, good enough. My calves are killing me from muscle works. I started doing jump rope a lot more as my main form of cardio. It's because it's really fun. I love like learning new stuff. I learned the boxer skip recently, now I learn the side to side, and now I'm actually getting a lot more into boxing training again. And it got me thinking, bro, if you're doing cardio and you're just going like some shitty bike like for like 20 minutes, just go play a sport. Go play tennis or badminton or five-side football or get into boxing or find something else that's more enjoyable. All dudes I speak to hate cardio, but for whatever reason they just cross trainer. Like if you if that's your thing, fair enough. Like you enjoy it, but if you do not enjoy cardio but you keep forcing yourself to do it, there are so many other more fun alternatives you could be doing that are more enjoyable in general and make the process significantly smoother. But today, speaking of processes, I want to talk about a concept called power versus force. So it's about having the power to do something and the ability to force something to happen. I can imagine self-explanatory to some extent. I was watching an Iman Ghazi video years ago when I first heard him mention this. And having the power to do something is like picking up this pen. I can just pick it up. I have the power to do this. It's within my power to do this action. And the force is you forcing something to happen. For example, let's say you are editing a video late at night, or you're on a shift or something, you're doing some kind of work for your business, and you grind away, have coffee, just find ways to stay focused, using hyperactive beats to keep your concentration going, finding all ways to try make yourself finish that task using force rather than power, because that's not something you can usually do. It's not with your ability, but you have to find a way to act above your normal baseline of work in order to force the thing you're doing to happen. And I used to think, oh yeah, if I'm doing something, just force it, just do it, power through it, because every time I force it, I now have a new baseline of the work I'm able to be doing. But that does not work like that. You see, the thing is with power and force is that you need, let's say for me, I'm building a YouTube channel, I need to operate out of a place of power rather than force, because force is just not sustainable. For example, the past few days, I went 3 days with no upload, which in hindsight, I am proud of myself to the point that 3 days feels like a really long time without uploading. In the past, I just upload a video once a month and then just forget I have a YouTube channel. But I was thinking, I was filming stuff, editing it, and I realized this video sucks. I'm really forcing it here. And perhaps if it's like a one-time thing, let's say I'm working on one project, I can force that thing to happen because like a monthly or annual things, if I can use force, is fine. But if it's something that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, whether it be gym or work or business you're building, etc., then you don't want to use force all the time. You want to use power. You want to build yourself to a point where the tasks you're doing are within your power rather than you're trying to use force. Because when I was editing 2 days ago, bro, I realized I was just getting about to burn out again, because what happened to me in February when I tore my meniscus, I think what caused it, camera died, but like I was saying, when I tore my meniscus in February, a big reason for that is because I was putting my body under a lot of stress because I was forcing work to happen. I was forcing myself to do a lot of research. I was forcing myself to upload daily on Instagram for like a 3-week up to, I think it was a 1-month period where I was super consistent on Instagram. And what happened is, when you use force, you build up stress, you build up tension, and you gotta find a way to release it. That's why a lot of time you see these big entrepreneurs go through like a party phase with 6 months, they're like just on drugs and yachts and stuff, then 6 months they're just on the desk, monk mode, focused, dialed in. So I think because I was using force so much, I never let the tension go away. And when you stress releases cortisol, and cortisol breaks down muscle. This is basic science, everyone knows it. And I think my body wasn't recovering just because of all the cortisol I was building up, because I wasn't working a full-time job, building one Instagram page, doing a lot of research, training 7 days a week, 3 hours a day. And bro, you gotta recover. You can use force, absolutely fine, but you need to have the awareness of when you need to release the tension you built up from all the force you've been using. An example of this is a fitness channel. I can imagine you're watching this, you're good to the gym, and because you're one of my audiences, you're probably jacked as fuck. I can imagine that you get an idea of when you need a rest day. Let's say you're training for 5 days, because, ooh, my joints feel a bit stiff, body feels a bit heavy, a bit sluggish. Cool. Then have 1 or 2 rest days, then get back into it. And same thing applies with just regular work or anything else in your life. You need to know at what point is your body or nervous system, everything inside of you is being pushed to, and how you can not let it build up. I want to talk to you guys about it because I find it's a super interesting concept. Because I've heard it ages ago, didn't think about it much. Then recently it happened with my knee in February, and now I felt it. Like it's almost like I was a spectator of my own life. I noticed something happen, and I remember that one thing that I learned ages ago. I'm thinking, wow, this is just crazy. Because a lot of the stuff you learn, you can't really use immediately. Like if you read a book, most of the things you learn in that book aren't going to actually be useful to you in the next month or 2 months, help maybe the next year. But at some point randomly in your life in the future, that thing you've learned from like years ago will just become super useful. Like, oh, that's why I'm doing this, because of that thing I read back when I was 2 years old. And it's a bit of off topic, but power versus force. Just recognize when you are forcing something to happen and try to build up your ability to have the power to do the things you want to do in your life. Boom! Nice homemade, healthy protein pizza. It's made with protein Greek yogurt, a bit of minced beef, some tuna in there, I forgot the rest of the ingredients. I had a bunch of stuff in the kitchen, like a bunch of vegetables, put them in there, like mushroom, pepper, onion, etc. And whenever I cook food in the oven, I always take my shirt off because the kitchen gets so hot. I remember my old house I used to live in, had some friends over, and we were like cooking iftar for Ramadan. And had like 4 men, no shirt. It was so fucking steamy. All of us sweating for like the most ghetto kitchen you've ever seen in your life. But right now I'm actually on a break from cutting. I'm on a maintenance phase. Just because I've noticed I'm getting a little bit too hungry. Like, because I went back to maintenance, my body wants to eat. Okay, let's take a step back, let the hormones get back in balance, back in check. So I munch this, and then have probably some homemade protein pudding that I made after as well. But that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like and subscribe, doesn't cost you a thing, really helps me out. If you like online coaching, it'll be in the first link in the description down below. As usual, thank you for your time and attention, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Capiche?